Oh, that's why she had all the moths, probably, because moth drawings, because of the guitar. Oh, there she goes. You can see her in the distance. But where are you gonna go? Back to Jackson now, I guess, or... That's it?! That's the end of the game. Oh my god. I am lost for words, for one thing. I can't believe that's where they end it. Like, I'm not surprised, but at the same time, I don't know, I can't help but be disappointed in the ending. Like, I just... I'm really upset that, you know, we went through all of that stuff. Like, there's certain things in the game that I just felt, you know, it's like we went through all this stuff and then we didn't even achieve what we wanted to achieve, kinda, at the end. Like the whole thing, like, Tommy, the most of the game, we're trying to get Tommy back to Maria. And we go through all that trouble and stuff we lose Jesse and a whole lot of other things happen just for him to get shot, and he lives, surprisingly. But then when he comes back alive, he's like really like upset with us, and because we don't want to go after Abby at first because we're trying to raise JJ and be with Dina and stuff. And we do all that trouble just for them to end up getting a divorce. Like, that seems so like undeserved. Like, we went through all that crap just for them to not be together anymore. And then same thing kind of with Dina. You know, we went through all this crap with Abby, and then we come back and Dina's not there, which I guess she kind of said she wouldn't be waiting for us. But I'm upset that, you know, Ellie doesn't kind of get her happy ending with Dina and JJ, and I mean, I'm kind of glad we didn't kill Abby, because that's what I wanted, but like, now what happens to her and Lev? You know, are they gonna have their own spin-off game, Naughty Dog? I want to know these things. And I want to know what's gonna happen to Ellie. Now, is she gonna have her own spin-off game on her own? Like, are we gonna have another game where we do search for Dina? Like, did Dina go back to Jackson? Like, what happened to JJ? I want to know. Overall, it was a beautiful game. I think it really, really was. My one complaint, if I had one, other than what I've already said, would probably be, I think we spent too much of the game from Abby's perspective. I understand that we're supposed to learn from her perspective and learn why she is who she is and how she got to where she is. I understand that. But I think too much of the game is from her. You know, I don't think it was an equal balance of her and Ellie. I think we were too much on Abby's side. And I saw from Jack's video the other day that I think we are in her perspective so much because we're supposed to look from her perspective, and we're supposed to make it look like Ellie is the overall bad guy. You know, Ellie is the monster, not the victim. And if that's the case, then they did kind of, you know, make me question where I stand and my moral, but I don't know. No offense, I still don't feel like Abby's arc is enough. And I was saying to my friend that her whole revenge plan doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Like, I understand that Joel killed her father and everything, but technically to me it doesn't make any sense, and here's why. Joel killed her father, you know, an innocent man technically in all of this. He didn't deserve what he got, I understand that. So Joel killed somebody Abby cared about. So to get revenge, Abby killed somebody that Ellie cared about, aka Joel. So it just kind of feels like she kind of became, like, she's doing what Joel did to her to somebody else, and that doesn't seem like an equal thing to me. That doesn't, you know, it doesn't, like, it's the whole, like, I understand it's the whole eye for an eye argument, I understand, but at the same time, killing Joel isn't gonna bring your father back. Nor is it really gonna avenge him. Sorry to say it, it's not really gonna do anything. So, Ice Team. But I just think, no offense, I think Abby, we spent way too much in her land, her perspective. I don't think it was equal enough. I think her sections were way too much and way too long and way too often, if I'm being honest. Like, I missed being Ellie for a majority of that game. Again, unless it's supposed to make Ellie look like the bad guy and make her choose whether to kill this person that hurt her so badly or not. I mean, it's still a beautiful game. I'm not gonna say it's not. But those are just my opinions. Those are just my... But I wouldn't, you know, say, oh, it's the worst game ever because of that. Because it's far from it. I'm just saying. So, you know, but definitely play the game for yourselves. You know, let me know what you guys maybe take as the ending, like what's gonna happen, if there's gonna be anything that's gonna happen after this from the Last of Us genre, I guess. But I mean, I really am glad that I played this. I am, and I do think it was worth it. You know, the wait, because the game looked beautiful. Some of the controls, I will say, were a little bit pain in the ass. Like, the dodge doesn't really work all the time, and some of the response stuff just seemed a little slow, but you know, I think it was a great game, and I really hope that maybe this, I mean, I've heard that maybe this is going to be the last of this type of stuff, but I hope not. I hope that they still continue with stuff, whether it's in this universe or the Uncharted universe, or if they start a whole new thing with either these characters or new characters in general. Maybe do the Scott Cawthon route and make a movie about it, you know. Technically there was a knockoff movie that Naughty Dog kind of like nudged at. It was called What Left Remains, and it was kind of in that like Last of Us way, but it wasn't like The Last of Us. It was kind of its own way, its own thing, but it had The Last of Us kind of look and feel. But yeah, but maybe make a movie about it, you know? That would be maybe the coolest thing. Maybe not right now, obviously, with all the stuff doing the during the virus and stuff, but hopefully maybe by the time you make it, the virus will be gone and, you know, it'll be a distant memory. But that's it. But I'm really glad I played this. I'm really glad that you guys got to see this with me and play this with me and see my or hear my reaction, obviously. But that wraps up this video. Thank you so much for sitting with me through this playthrough. If you have any suggestions of what you want to see me play, write down in the comments, like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye! Okay, so I have to make some notes here because there's some things that I've been thinking about that I didn't say in my final thoughts about this game that I want to say now, because if I don't say them, you know, I'm gonna come across as, you know, not giving my full opinion, and I want to be fully honest, and I want to, I guess, give my all out when telling people if they should play this game or not. So this is a long time, by the way, after I've played. This isn't like directly after my last video. This is actually months later, because I've thought about this game a lot, because I've been telling my friends about this game and some of them want to play it, and they've been asking me, and there's something that I've been saying to them that I didn't get to say in my last episode that I want to share here. So I said in my last video, or technically it might be this video if I loop these together, that I didn't care about Abby and her loss, and that's not completely true. It's not that I don't care. I don't mean to sound insensitive. I've played this game a few times now, and I guess you grow as you learn to play this, as you go through this game. You grow as a person, you grow, and you learn what you think is right isn't always the case. You know, who you might think you're right, you might think you know, but sometimes you're not. And that's what this game, I think, tries to prove. You know, you spend a lot of the game from Abby's perspective, I think, because the game is trying to make you feel like Abby isn't the monster. She's actually more the victim, and Ellie comes across as the monster, which, you know, obviously messes with your morals as having played her and knowing what she's been through also. And between all of that, I think there's something that, you know, I have to say that I think this game also tries to push. This game tries to push the idea of how far are you willing to go to get what you think you want. And what are you willing to lose in the process to get that thing. You know, Ellie goes on a long journey, questioning herself and what she's done multiple times. Obviously questioning, is this what she wants anymore? Is this who she's become? Is this who she is? And, you know, how you feel about it is all in your own opinion. But sometimes what you think you want isn't. Like, it's not, or even if it is what you think it might not be what you need. You know, Ellie thought she wanted to kill Abby, and I don't know if that's true. You know, she might have wanted that, but she might have not thought of how far is she willing to go, what is she willing to lose to get there. I mean, to get to Abby and to do what she did, or to maybe to do what she thought she wanted to do, which is kill her. She lost Dina, and the baby's support. You know, she doesn't have her happily ever after anymore, or at all. You know, she killed maybe a lot of more innocent people, or people who just were in loop that they didn't even know that they were in. But I think that is what this game tries to do. It tries to make you question what you want and who you are and where you stand, like who's good and who's bad, and if there's such a thing of that at all. You know, nobody maybe is a good person, nobody's a bad person. There's layers to people. There's more than one side of things. There's more than your opinion alone, and how you see things might not be always right, or how the other person might see things might not always be right. You know, it's all in perspective, and it's all in, like I said, how far are you willing to go to get what you think you want, and is it worth it? At the end of the game, I said, I don't know if it felt like, if I felt what we went through was worth it when we didn't kill Abby at all, which I still kind of feel that. You know, we go through a lot of stressful things. I'm not going to be, you know, dishonest about that. But, I mean, I didn't want her to kill Abby, but how it was left was also just very open-ended, which, I mean, I guess maybe is what Naughty Dog wants to do. So, because maybe hopefully they'll continue this. But that's just, I just had to say that. Otherwise, you know, I'm going to come across as being young and immature and not understanding, and I don't want to make it seem like I don't sympathize or I don't understand, or that, you know, because I've grown now playing this actually a couple of times, and I've seen what, you know, growth can do to you. So I just thought I'd put that in there and give you a little bit more of an insight. I know this is much, much later, but better late than never, as they say. But that's just my absolute final opinion, and that's where I'm going to leave it. Okay, thank you for listening to my opinion.